another edition of the On the Mic podcast, and I don't usually have like a repeat guest, and I don't like to play favorites, but this guy's been on the show a ton. He is still undefeated, and he will be back inside the Bellator cage on August 11th, Bellator 298. We're just about a week away. The one and only Jaylon Bates. Sir, how are you?
Man, I feel great. Great, weight's good. Eating good, haven't missed a meal. Man, I feel amazing, and this fight's going to be even better.
You are taking on Enrique Barzola, and he is one spot ahead of you in the rankings now. I know from the countless times you've been on this show, I know your approach, I know your patience and your mindset coming into how the rankings and your career are moving. But this is a big fight. How do you feel about this fight, given what you think is at stake, and how do you think of Enrique as an opponent?
I feel like this is my own Grand Prix. My last opponent was in the Grand Prix. Enrique's in the Grand Prix. I go out here, finish him. There's going to be someone else in the Grand Prix probably who was in the Grand Prix waiting for me, and I go out there and do that, handle my business. So feel good. I feel like everything's perfect right now. Bellator's setting me up nicely. And I'm going to go in there, make more money, get out, and come home to my baby girl.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I recall back in a previous interview when the Grand Prix was announced and you had made it, known that you wanted to get in. You said, if I don't get in, that's fine. I'll just beat everyone up that was not in the Grand Prix. And seems like you're doing just that.
Yeah. You know what? In my last fight, I didn't really even get to beat Lugo up because I felt like he was a timid fighter. I felt like he didn't even want to fight, really. I felt like he was like scared to engage and actually go in and you know what I mean, and actually fight. So I wasn't happy about that. But Barzola, I'm gonna put these mitts on him. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, do you feel he presents any, or what dangers or anything do you feel he presents, if any, and what were you really focused on in camp?
Nothing. Well, in camp, I was just focused on just fighting my style of fight. I feel like all these guys in a professional level, they all present a danger. They're all dangerous. They're all strong. They're all technical. They're all durable. But the mindset. I don't think this guy wants. This guy doesn't want to be a world champion. This guy does not. He's not hungry for it like that. He's just fighting to make ends meet, so he could feed his kids, and go back to Mexico or Peru, wherever he's from. I don't know. So he could go do that. So he's not in it. His mindset's not where my mindset is, to where I want to be a world champion, to where I know that this is just the beginning. So yeah, he doesn't present any dangers to me besides being tough. So when I hit him, I'm gonna have to hit him a few times. That's it, not just once.
I'm getting excited just listening to you talk about it. It's gonna be a fun, exciting matchup. Definitely fireworks inside the Bellator cage. Your division's starting to get a little active, man. It's getting active, and we know Sergio Pettis just defended the title against Patricio Pitbull, and then set up the eventual fight here with Patchy Mix. That fight happened in Chicago. I asked Scott Coker when that unification fight could happen. He's looking this fall, October. I know you don't look too far ahead, Jaylon, but what do you make of what's happening at the top of your division right now? And how excited are you to see moving parts kind of get moving so you can make your case to jump up in there?
And I don't know what I said before, but I said the middle of 2024, the end of 2024, something like that. But God told me, don't go out there making predictions. Let him handle all the work. Let him handle all that, because he has a plan for me. I just go out there and I'm gonna just fight by fight, day by day, put in the work, take my time, and that's it. I'm not gonna be making predictions. I'm not gonna be saying I'm gonna be a champion at this time. God knows when I'm gonna be a champion. So I just let it in his hands. I just love how the division is going. I love how the division is moving. And if I have any say-so in the plans, I'd like to just go right down the line. This guy's number 9 I'm about to fight. Take out number 9. Then give me number 8. Take out number 8. Give me number 7. Take out number 6. And just go down the line. Because then at the end of the day, I beat everyone and I get to the champion. I beat the champion. Then I say I beat everyone in the top 10. So it'll just be rematch fights at that point.
Sign me up for that plan. There's quite a few names on that ranking list that I'd love to see you inside the cage against, and that makes for an exciting time. I'm sure Bellator loves to hear that as well. A game fighter like yourself. I gotta ask. I know you're not a predictions guy, but I do gotta ask. How do you see that fight between Sergio Pettis and Patchy Mix playing out?
I see it playing out to a decision. I don't see either one because they're both dangerous on the ground, right? They're both, I feel like, equally matched on the ground. And I think Patchy hasn't, with him having such a quick knockout over Stotts, I don't think he hasn't been tested in championship waters against a true champion like Pettis in those later rounds. So we don't know if his conditioning will still hold up. But then Patchy, not Patchy. What's his name? Pettis hasn't been against someone who's long and lengthy like Mix is. And we see how that plays out, how he deals with that. So you never know. We know, I don't even think Stotts is as long as Mix is. I think Mix is actually taller than Stotts. So we'll see how that plays out. But I see it going to decision. Don't see anyone finishing either.
Were you impressed by Sergio's performance over Patricio Pitbull?
Oh, absolutely. I was watching that fight. Like, that's how you fight. It was like spot on, technical, the right power, throwing kicks. Everything was beautiful. I loved it. So
yeah, it was a great fight, and I think it cemented Sergio Pettis as one of the very best in the world. And I know you're working your way up there. I feel like I have talked to you so often that I can ask you this question. Your last 2 wins coming off of split decisions in both of them. I know that's frustrating, and I know that's not how you want to come out of the cage. I know you'd like to get in there, finish decisively, and get out of there.
Yeah.
What have you learned through these last 2 fights? And have there been anything specific, whether it be mental or technique wise, or anything that you focused on? So you're like, all right, no more leaving it in the judge's hands.
Talent at this level doesn't work. Talent at this level isn't gonna beat someone who's been training someone who's been training just consistently. Someone who's been putting in the work day in, day out, who's been in the gym. Talent's not gonna beat that guy. It doesn't matter what your mind, you could be I'm the best, and everyone can look at you and be like, yeah, you're good, man. You're God gifted. But if you're not putting in the work, you're not gonna win the fight. And that's something I've definitely learned is put in the work, put your head down, grind it out, and that's it. And then, only when you do that, good things can happen.
So it's been more of a grinding focus for you coming into this fight and moving forward.
Big time embracing the grind. I'm at the gym at 8 in the morning. I leave at 12:30. Back at the gym at 7:30 sometimes. Leave at 8:30. So it's the grind every day, and I love it. And it's something I'm actually like learning to love. I love it more outside of camp because you're not cutting weight. It's a lot easier. You're not cutting weight. Like sometimes I wake up right now and I'm like, wow, I gotta cut weight, and then I got to gym and still try to perform at my highest level. But it's something I love outside of camp. I love it. Eat whatever I want. Go work out 3 times, 4 times a day. It's amazing. So
yeah, it was helpful.
I gotta say, as someone who's talked to you so often, man, I love to hear that from you, and I love to see. I can't wait to see it on August 11th. Yep.
I want to show you the baby.
That's awesome, man. That's beautiful. Congrats to you. How old is she now?
She's 6 days.
That's amazing. So a lot more to fight for in this one and moving forward.
Absolutely. It's like fatherhood. You got to fight for it, you know. And I have to protect her. I got to provide. I got to do all that. So.
You know, there's a big thing, and I'll get you out of here very shortly. There's a thing where fighters who have kind of gone through what you have with the split decisions, the most notable being Jorge Masvidal, they talked about they needed to be more ruthless, a little more vicious. Moving forward, Jaylon Bates, I'll just ask you whether it's Enrique Barzola or everyone else in the top 10, should we expect to see a more violent, a more calculated Jaylon Bates that's going to look to end his opponents?
Most definitely. Calculated, I would say an invigorated, because there's a few fights in earlier in my career where I'm like going for I'm like trying to hurt you. That's been invigorated within me. I'm back to the old me, I feel like. And I'm gonna just be cool, calm, collected, and that's it. I'm not gonna get over, even if I hurt him, I'm not gonna get overzealous and try to finish it. I'm just gonna be calm and break him down step by step, and I'm gonna catch him.
Well, cool, calm, and collected. I hope that's how you are in fight week, seeing how I'll be there on fight week, and looking forward to finally seeing you and meeting you in person, as well as covering your fight August 11th against Enrique Barzola. I know what I'm expecting. I know what you're expecting. What should the fans be expecting on fight night?
And a different new breed, not one that they're used to. A lot of people haven't seen the real new breed in the last two fights. Been timid. I would even say I've been timid. I would say I've been fearful or whatever, and that's not the case now. I'm not scared. I'm excited. I'm excited to just get back in there, bite down, and go to war. But it's not gonna be a war, because I'm a great fighter. I'm a hit, don't get hit, stick and move, get on my bike, catch him with little shit, and eventually he's gonna fall.
Well, as always, Jaylon Bates, I appreciate the time. Look forward to being in South Dakota next week. Looking forward to seeing you back inside the cage. Congratulations again on your beautiful baby, and can't wait for next week. Bellator 298, August 11th in South Dakota. Jaylon, thank you again.
Thank you, Mike. See you, bro. Hey, bring it. Hey, I need a sweater too. I need another sweater.
I got you.